How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside host Nick Gosse. Now, West Coast, best coast. I cannot wait for this LA Angels versus Toronto Blue Jays game, starting at around half an hour. So thanks to each and every one of you that are joining us on the Jays Digest pregame show. We're going to be previewing the lineups, give you our rapid fire questions, and I want to give a shout out to Nick for holding it down and bearing with me in these power outages that I've been having. So he's been delaying the recordings and working around my schedule. I've been fiending for some power wherever I could find it. I'm at my dad's place right now. He's got some internet, he's got some power, so I'm glad I could get this on the go. And thanks to each and every one of you for all your support.
Yeah, it's been good, and I'm just glad that we're hopefully everything will start to get back to normal for you soon here. And what's up, Owen?
Hope
What's
so.
up, Mo? Michael? Nick? Bassett better have a bounce back game tonight. I hope so. Stacked lineup for both teams. Obviously, we'll go into that in a second, but hope you're all doing well. It is a late night for. I guess it's not a late night for you, Mo. It's probably what around 6:30 or 7 for you. Um, what's up, Rashid? Hope you're doing well.
6-12.
Day
6-12.
6-12. Day sleeper,
Yeah.
early season, big game. What's up, Brian? Lots of you in here on this late night. Bassett better bounce back tonight. Just an 8-hour power outage here. Yeah, it's all around Canada. It's been a bit rough, but hopefully you're all having a good Friday. Looking forward to the long. I guess if you live in Canada, it was your today off, but it's exciting. Let's just get into the lineup previews.
I live for these West Coast games. Now I know it's a little bit tougher for you, Nick, because
Yeah, it's
you're an hour and a half ahead of me. So this is already a late start if you're on the East Coast, and if you're on Newfoundland time, then it's an hour and a half even more. But this is great. I mean, this is the best possible scenario for a new team trying to gel. You start on the road, 10 games in a row on the road, and then you go on a West Coast road trip. And that's a long plane ride. You better be talking to one another or else it's going to get even longer. So I think it's a good way for these new guys to gel together.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of new guys, we have Luplow in there. He is in the lineup. Toronto internal. Tougher test for Bassett tonight than the Cardinals. No. I think the Cardinals are much, not much, but I think they're a better lineup. But it's very close because
Close.
it is close. It is close, Nick. And some people would argue, of course, Angels with Otani and Trout there. Well, let's get into it. Bear with me today. Tonight I'm gonna be a bit tired. So Peter, you might have to have the energy here. It's 11 o'clock. About to be 11 o'clock starting a stream. Not used to it. Body clock's a bit off. But let's get into the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays with George Springer leading off. Bo Bichette, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Dalton Varsho gets the day off with Matt Chapman in the cleanup spot. Whit Merrifield hitting at number 5. Alejandro Kirk, Santiago Espinal, Jordan Luplow, and Kevin Kiermaier. Peter, very different lineup. You called it. Jordan Luplow is in the game. I didn't think he was going to do it. They did send down Nathan Lucas. What are your thoughts on this lineup? And I'm excited to see Jordan Luplow.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough series for those left-handed hitters in the Jays lineup, especially Dalton Varsho. I mean, he's held his own so far against left-handed pitching. He's done what's been asked of him, and even more to that extent. He's looked so good so far. So a deserved day off for him, but I do expect him to get in there later on in the game, whether it be as a defensive replacement or even as a pinch hitter against a right-handed pitcher. But he three lefties in a row for the Angels, three lefty starters, and four lefties in their bullpen as well. So this is just a tough matchup all around for Varsho, for Kiermaier, for Biggio. That's why Espinal got the day off yesterday, because he's going to play all three games. Whit Merrifield got a day off in Kansas City as well, because he figures to play all three games as well. So I'm excited to see what Jordan Luplow could do. 841 OPS against lefties all time in his career. He mashes, and this could be a perfect platoon between him and Brandon Belt at that DH position if Belt can find a stroke.
Yeah, and something I do want to mention, I saw it on Twitter and I noticed it as well. If you see Merrifield there in the 5 spot, some people are saying that that's a perfect spot for Dalton Varsho to pinch hit at some point, like you mentioned, throughout the game today, and just easily slide into left field without making any other adjustments. So that could be something to look out for whenever a right-handed pitcher does come in. That being said, they have a lot of lefties in their bullpen as well. Luplow for his career is just above the Mendoza line. Not sure the plan there. He mashes lefties throughout his career. He's been rough the past couple of years, but he mashes lefties throughout his career, and I guess that's the more value than Nathan Lucas. It's going good, Calvin.
And another note here is Alejandro Kirk is catching Chris Bassett, and Danny Jansen caught all of Chris Bassett's starts throughout spring training, because Kirk obviously got that late start and he wasn't there at the start due to the birth of his child. So that's an interesting note as well. Is the chemistry going to be there between those two?
Something came out about that, I think, like 20 minutes ago. Jensen's battling a
Yeah, he's
stomach bug.
battling a bug.
So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a good point about the chemistry. Obviously, Bassett's going to be calling his own pitches tonight, apparently. So, who knows how that'll go? Because Kirk himself was late to camp as well with the whole rules. So,
Right.
it could be an interesting thing there. But Jensen's struggling at the plate anyway. So, I'm kind of happy that,
And
that Kirk's in there.
I want to address a comment here by Owen as well. Liplo should be below Kiermaier
I was
with
going to agree with
Kiermaier
it.
being hot. And
Keep
now
him
I want to
comfortable.
address that. Kiermaier said he wants to be the nine hitter. He wants to be the best nine hitter in the league, and it may be a little bit of a corny statement, but the nine hitter is a second leadoff guy essentially, and you want someone that's gonna, scrap those. That's gonna be scrappy at the plate and battle to get on base. And a guy who can run as well as Kiermaier can, because if you do turn over the lineup with him on base, you got all those big boppers, and you got one of the best base runners in all of baseball to contend with. So I think that's why they're keeping him in the nine hole. I don't think that's going to change all year long. Kiermaier hit 500. I think he's going to stick in that nine hole.
Yeah, I agree. And he's been doing great in the nine hole. And I think just keep him there and do that. What's up? What's going on, boys? Sorry I'm late. Shane, you're not too late. We only started around 7 minutes ago because we started a bit. The game is supposed to be delayed a little bit because of the opening ceremony. So I guess depending how the stream goes, Peter, we can, because I have the game open here, we can make the decision whether to stay live until first pitch or end early. But whatever happens. What's up, Shane? Belt cannot be used as much as he has so far. He's been definitely rough. I definitely support Kiermaier in his quest, and I think the nine hole is his spot. I agree. And let's move on now to the Angels lineup here, which is it keeps glitching for me. There it is. We have Tyler Ward, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, Hunter Renfroe, Lamb, Brandon Drury, former Blue Jay, Gio Urshela, former Blue Jay, O'Hope, and of course David Fletcher. What are your thoughts on this lineup? Do you like it? Do you think it's as lethal as the Blue Jays lineup? Do you think it's as lethal as the Cardinals lineup? Obviously not as lethal as the Royals lineup, but it's going to be a very interesting test for Chris Bassitt. And something else, make sure to hit the like button. Let's get to 25 likes. But yeah, I'll pop that back up. And what are your thoughts on that?
That top three is better than anyone in baseball, and it's because of those two guys batting second and third. Ohtani, one of the best hitters in the league. I mean, you don't even have to say it. I mean, we know what he does. We know what he brings to the table. And Mike Trout, same thing for him. He's just an intimidating presence up there in the box. So those top three, very formidable, but then it kind of falls off. Hunter Renfroe's a good hitter. Jake Lamb is decent, very streaky as well. And Brandon Drury has had his moments, but I'm not too worried about the lineup. If you can neutralize that top three, then you got a good chance of beating the Angels. But it's going to be tough against Patrick Sandoval as well today. He's a very good left-handed pitcher. Had a very underrated season last year. Kind of got lost in the shuffle just because of those two great teammates that we mentioned before.
Yeah, no, I agree. And very strong lineup. It's going to be interesting. I think right off the gate in the bottom of the first inning, it's going to be tough for Chris Bassitt. Of course, like you said, an unbelievable top three. And then from there, still pretty, serviceable. But obviously the top three is what's going to do a lot of their damage. Radio broadcast of the game probably starts at 10 Eastern because of the festivities. Vlad Sr. throwing out first pitch. Yeah, we'll see how long it ends up taking. Like Peter mentioned to me off camera. Didn't take too long for the Cardinals, though I guess we have a bit more festivities. But mostly, and the only thing that'll suck is that I'm region blocked, so I have to listen to the Angels broadcasting. That is unfortunate. I'm sure they have a good team over there, but
the best thing about listening to the away broadcast team is that if you spank them, let's say you run them out of the building, they have nothing but praise to say for the Blue Jays. I mean, I remember when I watch like out of town games or if I'm ever traveling and I got to listen to the away broadcast. They just say, "Oh, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., what a hitter!" This lineup is one of the best in all of baseball, and it kind of pumps your tires a little bit as a fan. So that could be an avenue to look at it like that. Mo, keep positive.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's up, Rasheed? Today depends on our offense. Yeah, it'll depend a lot on our offense, and hopefully we play good defense. And maybe Jordan Luplow has a crazy game. That'd be a story. What's up, Paul? Walk Ohtani, take the bat out of his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an intentional walk today. But again, I'll quickly throw up the lineups for you all. Unique lineup for both sides. And like Peter and I said, I think Dalton Varsho gets in the game, and it might even be like the sixth inning or something like that.
Might be
to where they get him in. I'll miss Buck and Dan. Yeah, they're a great duo, and I'm also excited for 4 days from now, Peter. Obviously, you're going to the home opener, the home opener. That's going to be exciting.
Mhm.
That'll be a hype solo pregame show, as we'll all be envying you being at the Rogers Center while I'm doing the solo one. But let's move on
I
now to
mean,
the. Go
hopefully I
ahead.
can get there. Hopefully I can get there because there were a lot of train delays and flight cancellations. So I'm taking the train to Toronto on the Tuesday. I'm supposed to get in at noon. Hopefully I can get there a little bit early, take in all the festivities, see what the new Rogers Center is looking like. But there's a chance that I may not get there on time. So fingers crossed.
What's up, Leafs Digest? You guys are excited about Usai Young Kikuchi as us? Yeah, we're very, very excited, and
Love it.
he's been great all spring training and in regular season. If you like the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're having a good season. Go check out Leafs Digest. Zach does some good work over there, and he does a lot of streams. So if you like the Leafs, go give him a check. Subscribe to him. Matthew Moore, Luplo mashing lefties. He is, and I'm just hoping he does it. On the plus side, Bassett cannot do any worse than he already did. Let's not jinx it now, Facade. Let's not jinx it, but hopefully he doesn't do any worse. His ERA is what, 26, I believe?
24,
26,
24. Give him a
and then
little bit of credit.
yeah,
Give him
sorry.
a
And
little
then
bit of
Barrios is
credit.
12. Barrios is 12. I think you know how good our lineup is, just the other one. Peter Richie if ever get you enter 4:30. Go Jays. What's up, Adam? All right, rapid fire time. Peter and Peter, I'm
Yeah,
sure will be in contact with you on Discord or
I
Instagram there.
got one. I got one for you, Nick.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to ask you, we were actually going to make a video on this, but the time didn't align. Trevor
Yeah.
Richards, what do you do with him, Nick? If you're Ross Atkins.
And chat, I'll ask you guys as well. And our comment section is pretty engaged. The Reddit, everyone in Blue Jays community is upset with Trevor Richards. And at this point, I would say I'm gonna be a half realist. Luplo DFA coming Monday morning.
Hope
Jeez.
not.
Yeah, that means he probably went like 0 for 8 because he's probably gonna start at least 2 of the 3 games of series. Anyways, I got sidetracked. So I'm gonna assume they give him. I predict they give him another week, 2 weeks, maybe a week, a couple more outings. I'll say, and then
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you what you think they're gonna
okay,
do.
send him
What do
DFA him
you
and
What do
Nate
you
Pearson.
do?
DFA him and Nate
Okay.
Pearson. I think it's at this
Okay.
point is what I do. Just because like he obviously has a great pitch in the changeup and stuff like that, but our bullpen is so deep that I just don't think we need him. I just don't
Hmm.
think we do. I think Nate Pearson can do because we don't need him to strike out people necessarily, and we're never going to put him in high leverage situations anyway. We have so many other guys for that. Then I don't really know the point of having him on the team. Mop up duty, like 6-0 yesterday. Nate
And
Pearson can do
another
that.
Yeah. And another thing, and I'm not trying to be funny in saying this because I've seen the memes about him like playing for the Hanshin Tigers next year and in the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Like he's actually a pitcher better suited right now for the Japanese game. Like I don't think he's has what it takes to be an effective major league pitcher just because he can't locate his fastball.
Anymore.
And he can't. He just can't
I
do it.
agree.
And for all of you out there saying, I'm going to call you guys out now. Why do we keep running out Trevor Richards? Why do we keep defending him? Why do we keep thinking the results are going to be different? It's been what, 2 years now, over 2 years that he's been on the team, and it's always the same story. 1 month he looks like the best reliever on the team, and then another month he just can't find consistency. And what makes a good reliever? It's consistency. It's the guys that can do it year in, year out. There are relievers that have one good season in the major leagues and then they flame out. They can never find that form again. And I think Trevor Richards is one of those guys. He just can't put it together over the full course of a season. And I think there are better options. We've tried it with Trevor Richards, it hasn't worked. I think it's time to move on.
I agree. I agree. And also, I got to get Ben to make an emote for the or an animation for Peter rants on live streams. That was the first one in a while. That was the first one in a
It's
while.
not a rant. It's just the
Well, no,
truth,
I
man.
mean,
It's the
I mean like
truth.
where you go off on a focused
I
topic.
go
I
I go
love
on
it.
some
I love it.
tangents.
That would
I
have been
do
good for a
go on
video.
some
That would have been good
tangents.
for the video. Maybe we still make that video for those who aren't in here. But your guess is as good as mine. I think last game proved that Trevor Richards will never be good for long relief. One inning is good. His only value for now is that he can pitch multiple innings. And do you need a guy for mop up duty to save the real relievers? I agree. I think Nate Pearson can do the same thing though. I think I'm finally on that train now to where I would just rather Nate
Send
Pearson.
him to the moon.
Yeah,
Send
I
him
agree.
to the moon. I
So,
wouldn't go. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, he could pitch in Japan,
and the
just
question
not on the
is,
Blue Jays.
and the question also is would another team take him? And the answer is probably. You'd think someone would take another flyer on him. I mean, what, 2 years ago we had like a 3.5 ERA, but our bullpen is Nick. Our, our bullpen is too deep right now. It's just too deep. And I think it's Nate Pearson time. I want to give him a shot. And we have other guys. Jay Jackson has pitched really well as well. We have other guys
Yeah,
in the works who he's taking up a spot from.
and Pearson as well. They're ramping up his innings in the minor leagues. They're not sending him out there for one inning at a time. It's for two innings. It's for multiple innings at a time. So that's one thing to note. It could be coming sooner than we might think. So
Keep an
we'll
eye.
get into the next rapid fire question here because we are getting a little bit pressed for time, but we do have the ceremony,
Yeah, we
so
have.
we can get a
We'll
little
probably end up having
sidetracked.
another half an
Yeah,
hour. Probably
it's
another half.
okay. I'm good with that.
Um,
Good with that.
I got so sidetracked. Okay, rapid fire question. Okay, let me just go based off one. Let me just look at the lineup here. Actually, okay, I do have one.
Sure.
We'll do it based off Jordan Luplow here today. Peter, I'll ask you, and Chad, of course, you as well. So, Peter and Chad, do you think Jordan Luplow stays with the team after this series? Or do you think he gets, like everyone says, just DFA gone? Or do you think it depends on how this series goes? What's up, Tank Commander?
I think they keep him. I think they keep him around. I mean, there's he's got a track record, so the guy hasn't played all season. And he wasn't with a team all spring, so you're going to give him 3 games to prove himself. That's not really fair. He is known as a lefty masher, and I think they give him a chance beyond this series. But I do think they option him back down if the scenario presents itself.
So, do
But
you think
I
Nathan?
do think he plays these next
Oh,
three
I
games
definitely agree.
consecutively.
And I
Yeah,
guess because Nathan Lucas didn't get any at bats, unfortunately, and it's just the way it
yeah.
goes. And I think my answer for that would be if he mashes the lefties or hits very or well, then they'll continue to even try to maybe get him some spot starts against righties, like the occasional maybe start against a righty, probably not very many, but the occasional one, kind of like a Zach Collins situation last year where they rode that was last year where they rode
Hmm.
the hot hand with Zach Collins and he ended up getting a couple of good stuff. What's up, Trenner? Have you guys taken a look at Brandon Iser? He's a pretty decent looking lefty bullpen arm in AAA and only 25 years old. Haven't looked at him in depth. We haven't done a video on him, but I've looked at him on the surface level. But I haven't. I don't, Peter. I don't know if you have. And what's up, Trainer? Hope you're
Didn't he
doing well, man.
pitch in spring training? Did he not pitch in spring training?
Maybe I'm
Or
too
I
tired.
know Jimmy Robbins. Jimmy
I
Robbins did.
I recognize the name. I remember we
Um,
discussed it in a stream or
I
video
think
at
he
some
did
point.
pitch.
So probably. And
I
yeah,
think
but
he
that's
did
another
pitch.
example of like there's so many people in the minors that could at the very least do a bit better than Trevor Richards right now. You'd suspect. So like I don't know. It's tough.
But I just don't get. Okay, he doesn't have options, and you probably can't trade him either. But
Yeah, no shot.
what you're clogging up your bullpen now. You
Yeah.
have better potential sitting in the minors. Nate Pearson's 26 years old. He's not a spring chicken anymore. He's not 20. He's not some up and coming prospect. This is it now. This
Tough
is
Allen.
what we need out of him. We need him to be a valuable reliever, and he's not providing much value in AAA right now. The Buffalo Bisons are a great team, but they're not the ones. They're not the ones making the big bucks for Major League Baseball. It's the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, Alan was saying something. Just tuned in. We went over Nate Pearson, right? Edward, we did. We did go over Nate Pearson and how, yeah, Nate Pearson over Trevor Richards is kind of what we're at this point. That's I think where every Jays fan is at. Most Jays fans. Yeah, Trenner. Yeah, shout out Trenner. If you like more Jays content, you can check him out as well. He does some good stuff over there. I think we keep
Shout
Liplo.
out.
Yeah, shout out Trenner. Some good prospect content too. I think we keep Liplo, send him down to the minors if we don't need him anymore. But otherwise, it leads me to believe we eventually get rid of him because he's with a new team every year. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Peter, at least we said on our video, and I know a few people commented. I'm not going to name names. I don't really remember the names, but a few people commented on our video highlighting where I called it whatever it was, sneaky signing or whatever it was, saying essentially that people were saying that he wasn't going to play. It's a nothing signing. Clearly, that wasn't the case. So shout out to you for predicting that he was going to play this series, and we both kind of knew. They wouldn't just randomly claim him and take his money if they
No.
didn't plan on using him. And he has a specific skill, which is something that a lot of minor league players don't, in the sense of like he mashes lefties. That can be used at the major league level. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Do you have one last rapid fire question before we move on? Hit
One
the like
point four
button.
million dollars. It's
It's
$1.4
a good
million
bit.
dollars. That's not That's not chump change. So you're
Exactly.
not paying that guy you're not paying him 1.4 mil to sit in AAA. You're going to go out there and play him. So they want to see what he can provide. I think they're going to keep him throughout the season. He's on the 40 man. There's no harm in sending him down and letting him come up when the time comes. But I like the signing. It's smart. It's savvy. There's intent with every move that Ross Atkins makes. So I like it.
I
I
agree.
like it. Now, final rapid fire question. Now we touched on it a little bit in yesterday's stream and not post game. We didn't do post game, but Brandon Belt. I want to ask you a little bit more
Gotta get the chat fired up.
about.
Also, shout out Jay's Digest
Yeah,
merch coming soon. You can see it here.
yes, sir. Let's go. I need my hat, Nick. Need
I
my
got
hat,
it.
baby.
Where is it?
All
I
right, so
got
I'm going to
you.
ask you about Brandon Belt now. And I think we kind of got our answer out yesterday, but let's say 80 games into the season, you don't really see any improvement. He doesn't look like the Brandon Belt of old. He looks like the one that just had knee surgery. What do you do with him? Do you try to replace what you wanted Brandon Belt to do,
At the
or
deadline.
or do you try to replace that internally? Does that make sense as a question?
Yeah, it does. So you're saying like zero production whatsoever by the trade deadline? Let's
Well,
say.
not zero. Like
Give
he's
me
not
a
going to
give me an
strike out at
OPS
a
plus
seven.
number. Give me an OPS
He's
plus
not
number.
gonna strike out at a 72% clip like he is right now.
Thank you,
But I'd
Richard.
say like
Bruneck.
I'd say like a 580 to 650 OPS or a 72 OPS plus. Does that check
I'm just
out?
gonna grab the hat. As well. Yeah. I think they probably keep him. I would like to try to find someone, externally or internally, but man, I don't know. I feel like it depends on a lot of other things too, though, like how other players are doing, how Witt's doing, depending if they need that other guy. I don't know. I think. What do you think? I'll let you answer. I think this year's trade deadline is gonna be absolutely bonkers, though. I think it's gonna be crazy.
But I just think I don't know if the Jays are okay with cutting ties
Yeah,
from $9.3
I don't
million
think so.
dollars, but they can do that if they wanted to. And then like the follow-up question would be, okay, you do get rid of Brandon Belt. Do you call up Spencer Horwitz, or do you call up Addison Barger, or do you try to acquire Joey Votto to be that lefty masher that Brandon Belt was supposed to be? Do you go get a Daniel Vogelback again? I don't know, something like that. So that I guess that's my question.
Yeah,
But
that Daniel Vogelbach was short lived.
Danny Bombs, baby, Danny
What about Chad
Bombs.
Green? Yeah, he's going to be an addition. Obviously not on the hitting side, but he's going to be a bullpen addition. I'm sure they're going to keep him in mind when they look at the trade deadline and people who are going to, of course, be there and
Right.
potential acquisitions there. But let's move on now to the bold predictions. Shout out everyone here. Let's hit the like button as we approach game time, which is in theory 5 minutes away, but it's looking more like Ben Wagner said, 20 minutes or so. Let's get Vogel back. Yeah. Shout out Daniel Vogelbach. But hit the like button. Let's move
Former
on now.
J, former J for
Former
4
Blue Jay.
games.
Former Blue Jay. It
Shout
was
out
an
to those
interesting
that
game.
remember.
What's up, Paul Matthews? All right. So let's get it going here. Give me your lineup or your bold predictions for today's game, Peter.
Okay, bold prediction. Whit Merrifield hits a home run, gets replaced in the 7th inning by Dalton Varsho, who then hits a home run.
That is bold, bold. I'm gonna go Jordan
Bold,
Luplow
bold
home
enough.
run. I think that's bold
I
enough.
knew it. I knew it, man.
I think that one is bold enough.
Insert any debut guy home run or
And Varsho
strike
home.
out the
Actually, no.
side. That's your
I
go-to,
stick
man. When
pretty
you're in a
simple.
pickle, that's your go-to.
Honestly, though, I also think Chapman is due. I mean, he would have had 4 home runs if he weren't, or 3 home runs, or whatever it was, if he weren't in Kansas City. Bassett doesn't give
Okay.
8 runs up in the first 2 innings. I like that, Mo. I like that. Bichette is a grand slam. I'm feeling it. Owen, I like that. I like that. Shane saying bold prediction. Luplow hits a home run and a double. That would be crazy. Bassett 0 runs. Nick, nice. We bat around the order in the second. Okay. Do you guys think we get to? I guess we didn't really mention it much. Pablo Sandoval. Is that his name? Yeah. Pablo Sandoval. Not Pablo Sandoval. Patrick. Pablo. No, yeah. Pablo is not a pitcher. He's a very good lefty. Had a phenomenal year last year. 2.77 ERA.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. Shout out Queensway Automotive as well for supporting the channel. Links in the description if you want to use car. Just throw it out there. Vladdy gets
Shout
his
out.
third in 3 games. I think Vladdy could go yard as well. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I guess a quick rapid fire as well, just to go back. How many of you are staying up to watch the whole game? Type. I'm sure most of you. I mean, it's 11 o'clock right now, 11:05. I'll be staying up till 1:30 plus with work tomorrow. But I'm curious to see in chat who's staying in. What?
I cannot wait, man. This is like the ideal Friday night for me. Watching a late night Jays baseball. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. It does not get any better than that.
I do love late night games, though. 10 o'clock would have been a more ideal game. Shout out to the Panda Pablo. I agree. Tang me, Owen me, Hassan me, Matthew, everyone. I'm assuming most people in here, we're all gonna be watching it. Diehard Jays fans. Love it. They haven't even started the ceremonies yet. Okay. At least part of it. I like that, Debbie. I'm watching the whole thing. Only 7:30.
Yeah, so we'll stay on. We'll stay on for like another 10 minutes. Yeah.
Stay on in the meantime. It's Newfoundland time. Put your clock back. If they're getting destroyed, you can pull. If they're getting crushed, no post game video. I'm going to bed. Nah.
Well, okay. So I have a question for you guys. If the Jays do win, are you staying up for the post-game video afterwards, or are you going to bed? Are you waiting for the Jays Digest reaction video?
If they win, if they have a good game,
calling it quits, or are you going to bed?
It's a good point. It's a good question. Or do you want us to wait and upload it tomorrow morning? It's the other option. Now, we will record it tonight and schedule it tomorrow morning. That would be the other option.
If I were you guys, I'd personally stay up. But it's up to you, of course.
I know a lot of you guys. There's no harm in saying you're going to bed. I'll tell you that. There's no harm in saying that. I will be
watch
up.
it in the morning, I guess. Watch it in the morning.
You can also, if you save it to your watch later. Turn on your noties, save the noti, go to bed. 6 runs to my cutoff. They go down by 6. I tune out, check back every 20 minutes. So Shane, honestly, that's kind of what I do. And I keep the game on and still pay attention to it. But if they're down a bunch, I tend to. Oh, Nick, still waiting for the last post-game video. I'll take the L on that one.
I'm still waiting for my power to come on.
Yeah, well, Peter's power was gone, and I was away with family all day, and I got back, and I was so exhausted, and it was already like the pregame was a couple hours away, so we just figured we'd can't promise to stay up.
But whatever that video was going to be on, we kind of touched on in this pregame stream. Like, we wanted to talk about Luplow, we wanted to talk about Trevor Richards, and we ended up doing both of those things.
Worked out.
We all saw the Kansas City series. It was 3 big dubs in a row after a kind of shaky start to the season. I wouldn't say disappointing. I mean, it happens over the course of 162. You see a lot of things that you don't like, but it was a bit of a shaky start to the year. And it was great to be back on the winning side of things. Hopefully the Jays could take 2 out of 3 in Anaheim. I think that's my ideal scenario, although 1 out of 3 does not look too far-fetched considering who's on the bump in those 3 games.
A couple people asking about stay on and do a watch along. I'll tell you, we'll do one at some point throughout the year for a couple big games. We will do one. However, if I was to stay up and do a watch along for this, I would be probably asleep at some point throughout the stream, or I would go and take a nap while Peter stays up. But we got you guys for a big game at some point. They're just tough to do with our schedules because they take up a lot of. Obviously, we watch the game anyways, but I don't know about you, Peter. I do stuff while I'm watching the games a lot of the time on my second monitor, especially right now with exam season. So I'm pretty,
I mean, I tell myself that I'll try to do other things, but then I end up like just sitting down like this, like on the edge of my seat. Like, what's going on, you know? Jason here was sitting Varsho already. Guys hitting well. Now I would have kept him in there personally. He's been on fire at the plate, and he's been doing things. Yeah, he's been doing things that he hasn't done all in his entire career. He's hitting the ball to the opposite field, hitting it hard, hitting lefties well. So I would have kept him in there, but I guess I think he'll play. He'll play today. Just obviously not starting, but he'll get in there. He'll get in there.
Playoff watch alongs. Have you guys ever thought of doing a post game live stream? We have. We definitely have. We might start to implement those throughout the season. It's just for the channel. It's better that we do video formats for for those most of the time. That's the best way I can put it to you. Pinch
Because
hits
they're
and
easy. They're easy to follow, and you guys can watch them at any time. You could obviously watch the live streams as well whenever, but um, it's like a 30 to 35 minute live
yeah,
stream as opposed to a 12-minute reaction video. A little bit more convenient for you guys, and we think that's the best way to do it. But another way we can do it is have a news video throughout the day, and then
that's another way
a
to
stream
discuss it. Yeah,
after the game.
we're
We could
still
try that.
we're still
We're
working on stuff. We're still
experimenting.
tinkering.
Yeah.
It's first time for full regular season, and also on the creator side of things, YouTube. The algorithm doesn't favor live streams for growth, so we like to have our videos in there a lot as well. Let's do it for the World
Yeah.
Series final game. Yeah, if there's a World Series final game 7, I'll either be there or
Dude, I am not doing a watch along
Oh.
for a World Series.
Peter's gonna
I've
be
waited
hammered.
my whole life for no, not
You will,
hammered.
you
Not
will
hammered.
though. You definitely would though.
No. Not during a World
Actually, yeah,
Series.
maybe not a World Series game 7. Playoff watch alongs though. We'll do.
Dude.
We can do occasional playoff watch alongs.
We could maybe do
It's true,
that,
cheap.
but
True.
I've waited my whole life for the Jays to make the World Series. I'm sorry, guys. I love each and every one of you that are in here, but I'm taking that moment and I am enjoying that moment with those that have also waited their entire lives and those that have watched it with me their entire lives. So I'm sorry, but
I might pop on
maybe some other
Pregame
playoff
stream.
game.
The most
Pregame for sure.
electric pregame stream of our lives. Rachid said you can
Pregame,
premiere your
absolutely.
post-game video so there's a chat with it. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that as well. We might, if we get the... Oh, Facade. Dropping. Facade's
Oh,
back.
thank you, man.
I got the animation for you today. $20. Hopefully this will speed the ceremonies. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking the exact same thing as you send that. Watching the boys roster there. We'll stay live for a little bit longer. We haven't had a stream where we kind of just sat and chat with you guys in what feels like forever. We used to do them a lot during the off season, so it's good. The button's not working for the second one.
Mo, when are you gonna head down to a game, man? Where exactly on the West Coast are you, if you don't mind me asking?
California. I think.
Maybe, yeah, but where? Like in Anaheim region or LA? Like maybe you could go catch the Jays on a Western trip.
Go to the Angels game then. Obviously too late. For
Maybe
that now.
tomorrow, 9:00.
I've seen 2 World Series already. I was at
6:00.
both parades. Paul, jealous. I'm hoping I see one in my 20s, so the next 8 years.
Oh
in Los
yeah.
Angeles.
Okay, so LA, LA. So maybe when they play the Dodgers.
That could be. I would love to fly down for a Dodgers game. That would be. It's like I want to go to Dodgers Stadium, North Los Angeles. And quickly, I'm gonna go back to what Rashid said. Yeah, you can premiere your post game videos with there's a chat. That would be cool. If we get for future, I don't think we're gonna try it tonight, but for like if the Jays play it like I always have to do Eastern like 7, and we get a post game video right after the game. I think we might start premiering them so we can watch along with you and there's a chat with it while the video's going out. I have been thinking about that. We just have to do it at the right times.
Yeah, you know better than me how that stuff.
It's basically
works,
just
so
it's a video that gets uploaded, but for the first when it first gets uploaded, there's a chat. People can watch along in live chat while it's uploaded for the video.
I
And then once
see.
it ends, it's just a normal video, but it's just a chat with
I
it
see.
for the first. But we can experiment with that, do one a week or something like that. Tons of experiments going to be happening. Also, speaking of experiments, for all you 41 people in here, hasn't been revealed. I obviously showed you guys this. Peter, I know you're looking for one. This hasn't been revealed yet. May as well do it now. I don't know if any of you guys, we haven't fully figured out our launch plan yet, but this is the Jays Digest hat. Peter, I will be sending you one of these. Peter loves the hats. And a crew neck. So if you're interested, you can let me know and we can figure something out. We're going to be dropping them at some point.
Nice.
But this is clean. The crew neck is super clean. Obviously, the hat's super clean. Obviously, it's just the logo. It's pretty simple. This is black. I don't know if you can... Peter, I'll get you one of these as well. But if you guys like them, we can
Love it, man.
we can figure out a
XL,
way.
extra large.
We're trying to figure out a way to. We're gonna work on a way that we can sell them, but our launch plan there. So if you guys are interested, you can let me know. If you're not interested, no worries. But it's honestly pretty similar. It's obviously a unique logo. You see the J and you see the D there. That's the D in the digest with the J's logo. You could wear this to a Blue Jays game. People might not even know the difference. They are adjustable.
What kind of hat is it? Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay.
one of these.
It
This one's
looks like the Creighton Blue Jays logo, the
yeah.
the college team there. Yeah,
Snapbacks are fitted. These ones we can do snapbacks and stuff like that. This is first time revealing this, so shout out to everyone in here.
love it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't wear hats too often. I mean, I wear like snapbacks and stuff. I know Peter, you're a dad hat guy, so I'll email you. I'll mail this over. I wear this all the time in my day-to-day life. Crew neck. I love crew necks. All black. We just have one colorway so far. All black with the logo came out really well in this though. I don't know if you can see that, but the logo's
Mo,
cool.
we got you. We got you.
Yeah,
Mo.
Facade. I'll DM you. We can definitely hook you up with that. You shipping from your house? No, no, absolutely, definitely not. I don't make them myself. We have a supplier, and we have ways to do that. We'll be launching a website though. It'll be through a website. Curtis, opening ceremonies. Looks fresh. Okay, so you guys have some interest. So you guys want you want me to, obviously Peter as well, to pursue to sell these? We have some interest in them, because if we do, then we'll definitely pursue that. It would be a limited amount though. I think we'll obviously do different colorways and stuff, but we'll get those who are interested in. Peter, I will send you. I'm gonna mail you this one some point this week. So
Awesome.
you can
Awesome.
maybe wear it to the
Let's
Jays
go.
game.
It could be. I mean, I got. What do I got here? Hold on. Excuse the TV in the back there. I got this hat right now.
Yeah, get in front of that TV. There you go.
There you go. No copyright strike here, but yeah, I got this hat. This is probably my go-to
I like it.
at the moment. But if you send me that Jay's Digest cap
Love it.
all day long, I'm showering with that.
First
thing
colorway is of course the black with the black crew neck. Same thing. We would do, release however many of those, and then we'd also of course do blue ones and white ones. And I want to see what a white crew neck with this would look like. It would probably look pretty fire. I would grab a crew neck. I love
cool.
crew necks. Crew necks with a collar shirt. Yeah, crew necks are absolutely gas. I love crew necks. Could you send me some higher quality pics of it, Nick, with flash? Yeah, I can send it to you tonight on Discord there. I can definitely do that.
Should we wrap?
Yeah, it's up to you. We can wrap or take any final questions. Yeah, final questions, then wrap it up.
Let's wrap. Yeah, we'll take a couple more questions here. Want to thank each and every one of you again for tuning in. It's going to be a late night for us, as is tomorrow. It's going to be a late night. I won't be there for the pregame stream, so I don't know if Nick wants to take over with that solo. But
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'm out for the count tomorrow. Yeah, no, I'll be at my girlfriend's house tomorrow. I'll be at my girlfriend's house tomorrow.
Post game video? You there for it tomorrow?
I might be out on all counts tomorrow. The game's at 10:37. I might be able to swing let's just do our post-game video tomorrow, the next day, maybe a news video tomorrow. Maybe try to do that.
Cool.
Like that.
All right. Look,
But
we'll see.
Probably won't be a post-game.
See how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah, probably won't be a post-game video. And definitely, we're not looking at a pre-game stream unless I'm able to convince my girlfriend to swing back to my house, do a pre-game stream, and then run back to her house. So maybe if she's
Might have to.
if she's feeling generous, she'll let me do that for you guys. Hat looks pretty sick.
Oh, she'll let you.
I know she would. She would let me, but I don't know if I want to. It's supposed to be our night. Maybe. Yeah, here you go. You can see the hat.
No, you know. Take the night. Take the night, dude. Take the night, man. We'll get back at it on Sunday.
Thank you, boys, for all the work.
Sunday's also a pretty big day as well, because it is Easter. Yeah, I celebrate Orthodox Easter, so mine's
Peter,
the
vibe
week
with this?
after. Oh, I love it.
You'd wear it.
Love it.
You'd wear it. My hair.
It depends. This
thing is
Yeah,
so big.
either backwards, frontwards, but
Honestly.
yeah. Okay, let's wrap up.
Wrap up.
Thanks, Brosif. Thanks, Paul. Good night, man. Hope you all enjoy the game. Hopefully, this is a good one. I'm very excited. I mean, it's always great when you get to see Shohei and Mike Trout in action. So it should be entertaining. Hopefully, Chris Bassett can have a bit of a bounce back start here. But the boys are buzzing 3 in a row, and they've been hitting very well. So I think they'll be able to keep it going. And I don't know. My prediction.
Score predictions.
4-3 4-3 4-3 for the Jays today.
My prediction yesterday was 8-2. It was 6-3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 5-4 Blue Jays. 5-4 Blue Jays.
5-4 Blue Jays.
Nick, were you wearing that hat backwards the whole time? Mix. No, honestly, no. I actually haven't worn this one on any video yet. This one has been kept for safe. No, I haven't. No, that's a good point though. I've worn this for the past month a couple times. It's just that you haven't. No one's noticed.
Can't believe I wasn't the first one to wear that hat, dude. Unbelievable.
This was a sample, and
You
it turned
know,
out good. I
that's
know.
for me, dude.
I will mail this one to you for
I love
$2
those.
express shipping and get it sent. All right, everyone. Game's about to start. Take it easy. Go grab a snack. Grab a drink if you're of age. And if not, grab a diet 7-Up or sparkling water, and we'll be back for. We'll see you at some point tomorrow in video form, more than likely, and then Easter as well. We'll swing something for you guys. So the next stream will be Easter. I should be there. If not, Peter got you guys covered. I have a dinner Easter night, but if not, we'll have some sort of stream. Glad we were able to catch up on this one, a longer stream, 41 minutes, as they sing the national anthem in Los Angeles. Enjoy the night. It's an exciting time to be a Blue Jays fan. Season's just starting. And shout out again, Facade or Mo for the $20, and